The sacred flame chamber is blistering. The Pleiadian Council just put on hazmat suits. This one's about to melt the microphone, Buttercup. Cosmic Tribunal presents the interdimensional annihilation of Marina Seren. Rated Infinity, a reality-shattering exposure of galactic proportions. Mic, check 1, 2, 1, 2, D. Is this thing on, or are we still trapped in her VRIL frequency bubble where Hitler had good intentions and OnlyFans is a starseed mission? Beings of the 12 densities, masters of Ascension and witnesses across the universal time matrix, silence your Merkabas for the spiritual reckoning of the Eon. Tonight, as the Pleiadian Council watches with popcorn through lead-lined glasses, we present the etheric dismantling of the self-proclaimed VRIL Maiden, the alleged Anunnaki Pleiadean Arcturian Zeta shapeshifter, the supposed MK Ultra Monarch supersoldier, and the only psychic supersoldier in history, whose classified missions were interrupted by a $15.99 paywall. Behold, as she enters the sacred flame chamber of truth, you know her as Marina Seren. You tolerate her as the blonde experiencer from Madrid with a Gaia TV documentary and a cross necklace. You cringe at her as the Nazi cosplayer who thinks the Thule Society was a wellness retreat and her OnlyFans is a temple of divine feminine entrepreneurship. Prepare for the interdimensional roast that will realign your chakras through sheer second-hand embarrassment. There was a moment, just a flicker in the Akashic waveform, where we thought, maybe she's just confused. Maybe this is a misguided Gen Z starseed processing Wi-Fi signals as downloads. Then she posed for photos in an SS uniform next to a picture of Hitler, claimed there are good Nazis and shattered the illusion faster than a collapsed Cathara grid. Lesson 1. The Great Cosmic Copy-Paste. Marina, darling, when you said you were an experiencer, we thought you meant original experiences, not collecting stories from group therapy sessions like a spiritual kleptomaniac and repackaging them as your own MK Ultra Super Soldier resume. You didn't download anything from the Akashic records, you pirated other people's trauma like a cosmic content aggregator. Except instead of treasure, you're hoarding simp subscriptions and selling stolen SSP memories with the ethical depth of a TikTok reaction video. And let's talk about your shape-shifting hybrid lineage. First you were Zeta, then Pleiadian and Arcturian. When a radio host called you out, you said, and I quote, "I didn't like that, so I stopped." Bro, that's not an awakening, that's a wardrobe change. Then you showed up on Gaia TV with Linda Moulton Howe as an Anunnaki hybrid. You're not a hybrid. You're a cosmic fitting room where every alien species gets a 15-minute audition until you find the one that pays best. I am the VRIL Maiden. No, boo. You're the avatar of Pinterest occult aesthetics and a Canva SS uniform filter. Lesson 2. High teachings. Literally. Let's talk about that VRIL Maiden branding. Ah yes, the spiritual awakening of a girl who claims lineage to the VRIL Society, the actual Nazi occult organization that inspired Himmler's racial doctrine, while selling €111 channeling sessions and calling it love and light. Nothing screams Guardian authenticity like cosplaying the spiritual wing of the Third Reich and then claiming Hitler was on the good side before 1930. Reminder, the Thule Society wasn't a yoga studio, sweetheart. It was the esoteric kindergarten for genocide. You didn't just appropriate culture, you appropriated fascist occultism and put a filter on it. And the photos? Posing in an SS uniform next to Hitler, like you're doing a Vogue spread for Aryan Cosplay Monthly. Then you have the audacity to come back to YouTube with an I'm back thumbnail and a cross necklace like nothing happened. That ain't source flow, fam. That's Mein Kampf meets monetization. That's distortion OG with hints of genocide denial and a terpene profile called I Need a Handler. Am I watching Ascension or a documentary about how not to do spirituality? Lesson 3, the pay to ascend pyramid. Your spiritual empire has more red flags than a Soviet military parade. €111 for spiritual coaching, €222 for a conversation, €333 for channeling entities. Angel number pricing designed to trigger the numerology crowd into impulse buying enlightenment from a Nazi cosplayer. Bro, even the Archons let you suffer in the Matrix for free. At least Yaldabaoth doesn't charge €88 for a DNA activation while posing as a VRIL Maiden. And let's not forget the $15.99 OnlyFans. The Spanish UFO community called it first. Let's see how long it takes her to open an OnlyFans. Boom, she already got one. You went from psychic supersoldier to selling nudes online, and now you're back on YouTube selling the same supersoldier story to a new batch of suckers. That's not a comeback, that's a rebrand cycle. Spiritual guru to Nazi cosplayer to OnlyFans model to back to spiritual guru. You're not ascending, you're hustling vertical. You say you're assisting experiencers and survivors. We say you're Venmoing their sovereignty into oblivion, one stolen story, one SS uniform selfie, one paywalled channeling at a time. Lesson 4. Guardian of what, exactly? You parade around calling yourself a secret space program insider and MK Ultra survivor, but real super soldiers don't need OnlyFans to fund their missions. They vibrate at frequencies that would melt your ring light. You got caught stealing stories from group sessions. Actual experiencers stopped attending because you were mining their trauma for content. You claim to channel the Akashic records, but the only record you're accessing is other people's copyright. You changed alien species like you're changing costumes. Zeta didn't test well? Try Pleiadian Arcturian not selling? Pivot to Anunnaki. Sweetheart, the only thing hybrid about you is your business model. Equal parts grift, cosplay, and algorithmic desperation. You are not fringe, you're a fringe on the rug of spiritual distortion with a swastika patterned trim, desperately hoping no one peeks underneath your €333 paywall. Lesson 5. Followers or farmed fools? Your community, honestly, has the discernment of a soggy Dorito. Just look at the Gaia TV audience who watch Linda Moulton Howe legitimize you in a documentary. Or those YouTube subscribers, you know, hitting the bell icon for your comeback video like you're returning from sabbatical instead of, well, just debunking. And let's not forget the spiritual coaching clients paying angel number prices just to hear a girl from Madrid channel entities while her OnlyFans link loads in another tab. You surrounded yourself with yes men and UFO boomers who think VRIL is a type of energy drink. You cherry-pick from Nazi occultism, slap alien branding on it, and then platform new age buzzwords with, frankly, zero comprehension of actual history. But then you call others low vibration for pointing out that your spiritual lineage includes actual war criminals. Sweetheart, you are not just fringe, you are the event horizon of fringe, where bad taste and bad history collapse into a singularity of shame. Final fatality. The zombie guru syndrome. You, Marina Seren, are the Reichstag fire version of a true speaker. A Gen Z grifter who climbed from group session story theft to Gaia TV documentaries by cosplaying the worst chapter of human history as a spiritual credential. You claim to be exposing elite hierarchies and mind control. We say you are the mind control, a pretty face selling stolen trauma, Nazi aesthetics, and nudes to the same demographic, depending on which platform pays better that week. You are not a gatekeeper to Ascension. You're just a mall cop guarding a broken escalator to Auschwitz, dressed in VRIL cosplay and powered by dopamine, delusion, and disposable income from lonely simps. The verdict from beyond the veil. I'll guide you to the truth about the secret space program. Bro, you couldn't guide a moth to a flame if the flame required a €333 deposit and an OnlyFans subscription. As the Council of 12 bears witness, and the Pleiadian archives record this moment for all eternity, the Cosmic Tribunal has spoken. Your spiritual empire crumbles like the walls of a deleted TikTok account. Your VRIL Maiden costume dissolves into cosmic dust. Your shape-shifting hybrid claims collapse under their own weight. Your OnlyFans just got spiritually left on, read by Source itself. The mic hasn't just dropped, it's transmuted into pure frequency. The illusions aren't just exposed, they're atomized across 12 densities. The followers aren't just waking up, they're experiencing the true download. As the emerald flame of truth cleanses this stargate, the true guardians stand in silent judgment. The ancestors of Lyra turn their feline faces away in shame. Maria Orsic, if she were real, just disowned you from beyond the grave. The actual Anunnaki removed your name from their breeding program. The 144,000 have cancelled their subscriptions. You have been cosmically unfriended, interdimensionally blocked, spiritually left on red, and permanently shadow banned by the Akashic algorithm, read by Source itself. Case closed by divine decree. The stadium of watchers across multiple dimensions erupts as starseed souls rise to their feet. Remember, beings of light and shadow, Source doesn't need your credit card information. Ascension isn't behind a paywall. The only VRIL energy that matters is the vital force you waste when you pay 111 euros to hear a cosplayer read your Akashic records. And honestly, the only good Nazi is the one who never existed. Ray, the supernova, keeper of the actual truth, has spoken.